Hi guys, welcome into another edition of The Complete Angler. I'm Joe Long.
I'm JC Brooks.
Today we're going to talk about chatterbaits and jigs. Show them. Awesome. Alright, so my favorite bait in the world to throw is a crankbait.
Oh, yeah. Okay. I thought you were going to ask me. I was like, oh, no.
My second favorite to fish is a chartreuse chatterbait. Chatterbait, basically, if you took this blade off, you would have a jig, right?
Mm-hmm.
Same thing? Alright, so today we're going to talk to you about color varieties. We're going to talk to you about things you put on, your trailers. And just looking, I've got parts of worms. I've got different creature baits. I've got some boot tails. I've got some crawls. And another kind of crawl there. Right here. And the one up front there. Show them that one there. So, depending on if you're wanting it to drop fast or slow, you're going to add something to it. The other thing I fish is the little niblets. It's just basically a little soft plastic solid tube, basically. Other things, different jig head type techniques are like the blade runners, shaky heads. This is like a little, show them that. Grab the jig head and show them from the side. Little boot tail jig action there. Where would you fish this versus this?
I was hoping you were going to ask about color.
Alright, let's ask about color.
I knew we were going to cover that anyway, so might as well just cut to something that I somewhat know about.
Okay, so what different colors do we have?
We got your lighter colors, your like
Chartreuse.
So I don't know.
Chartreuse and green, pure chartreuse, yellows, oranges,
blues and blacks.
Black and blues, yep, whites. And then we got these, which are more of your bluegill type colors. A little bit of different colorations there. What colors you got up here in these? I should say. Maybe not. These are football jigs here. They're a lot bigger jig. Very heavy. These are going to go straight to the bottom very quick. And what do you got there? That's a tungsten finesse football jig made by Heavy Metal. And, yep, that's a 3/8 ounce. Which these are 3/4 ounce. See that? It's a football shaped jig on the top.
Oh, yeah, I see. Okay. Super Bowl's coming up too, so.
Yeah. So we thought we'd bring that up. Tomorrow.
Tomorrow? Oh, yeah, it is tomorrow.
Alright, guys. So, what other questions do you have or comments? Or
Mainly, I know we've covered this before. Like, I'm just going to pretty much nail cover or the colors and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
You know.
Okay.
Ask questions about them. Some I may know, some I may not know.
Sure.
We're just going to go right off the bat with these.
That's one of my favorite. And I've got a little piece of worm on there. Add just a little bit of texture, a little bit of weight.
Mainly, these are used for like darker, muddier water, I'm guessing.
Mm-hmm.
Right after...
There's really no wrong time for chartreuse in my mind. It's one
It's
of
a
my
good color, it's a good, but, I mean, if, for example, but right after storm, muddy water, stuff like that, you want to use these. You don't want to use, your brownish colors and stuff like that. Another good color that you could use after storm or muddy water could be orange.
Right.
I mean...
They're going to see that from a distance.
Mainly your bright colors. I mean, if this had a skirt on it. I mean, it could be white. I mean, anything bright colored, used in darker waters. I mean, that's
basically
self-explanatory.
Everything on the table can, other than maybe this, can get thrown into three color varieties. Black and blue, which all these and this are black and blue. Some of these are black and blue. Then you have your chartreuse and green variants. And then you have what I would call your bluegill color variants. Those. And then these are just something different I was playing with. Shaky head jig. And I buy these skirts off eBay, extremely cheap. And then I got a little creature bait. And you see I got all different kinds of creature baits. If you want leg kick, or if you don't. Or you can put them little niblets on we talked about before. Go ahead and pop the top of that box open and grab the niblets so I can show them. Just hand me the soft plastics.
You know what? It'll be easier if I do it this way.
Yeah.
Is that them?
No.
No.
Right here. There's one.
Oh, them.
Right
Okay.
here is another. Put those back. Thank you. Little finesse. I call them niblets.
Not the technical name for them, by the way.
Some people call them.
Now, could you? What about these?
No.
No. Okay.
Little niblet. So, let's say I've got this right here. And I want to add a little bit of weight, a little bit of texture to it. Simply find the middle, drive it through. These are extremely oily. These are nice, good smelling. Pop it up on. And that just gives a little bit of a different look and feel to it. Here's a bigger one. Let's see. Give me that jig out front that doesn't have anything on it. Yeah. This is just a little thicker, heavier one. So, this is a good little thing to have.
While he's doing that, I mean, he said before that,
See how it just adds a little texture to it? Makes it a little heavier. The other thing you can use, these are made by Z-Man, which is the company that makes the chatterbaits. This is a different one. I think it come in a mystery box. Are these. I really like these.
these can be thrown, like he said, pretty much any time you want, or at least these. That wouldn't be the first thing you would throw, would it? Well, it could be, could it?
Basically, my first thing to throw is a crankbait. After that, it's probably going to be a blue or a green and chartreuse chatterbait. But you see this has a real neat action. That's just another example. You could use that as a trailer in here. Sometimes like a worm. Like if I want a little bit of texture, it's the same color. I want a little bit of texture. I'm going to take a worm, I'm going to rip it in half. And I'm going to put half of it on. Just a little bit of texture. So these are just good little trailers, little additions to it. Creature baits are extremely good. Sometimes I cut the first inch off a rolling creature bait just to shorten it up. But you want that tail, that erratic action on there. Any questions from you, sir?
Well, we'll just go, first of all.
That's a brush guard. That's, if you're throwing that in real mucky water, that's going to keep some of the brush off your hook.
I see you got a little
That's a rattle.
rattle, but it's also weight.
Mm-hmm.
So, get it down there a little bit quicker. Then you got your
Crawdad.
crawdad. I was going to say lobster, and I knew that wasn't right. So
Looks like a mini lobster. Basically.
yeah, we're going to throw lobster in the pond here. What for the crawdad? Geez, I'm having a bad day. Lobster stuck in my mind now. If you're throwing a crawdad, what kind of fish would you be
Bass.
Mainly bass. I know it, but
These are almost primarily bass. I don't know of too much other species you would catch.
and which particular color would you throw if you're wanting to try to, or cast if you're wanting to try to catch a bass? If there's a specific color.
This is my favorite by far. Late at night, this is a real good one here. Late at night, they tend to like the black and blues. I've got a thumper tail that's half of a thumper tail. You see, basically the only thing showing outside of the skirt is the thumper tail. That's going to give a real unique action. So you got this thing vibrating, you got your skirt flowing around, and then you got your thumper tail. That's a real good late night. Here's one without anything on, without any extra, and then here's one. These are all three the same bait, but this just has a real meaty trailer on it there.
And I do vaguely remember us kind of talking about color, talking about mainly a lot of this stuff already. That's why I'm not gonna ask too many questions. I remember. Well, we didn't really have these, the football
head jigs.
Football head jigs. I'm trying to read upside down there, but we didn't really have them. So
No, I just got those.
mainly, other than the shape of the top there, is there any difference?
No, it's basically the same as, like, this is a swim jig. And I think this doesn't have a lot of lead, so this is going to kind of go slowly to the bottom, where this is going to go more, yeah, it's going to kind of fall pretty quick. And that's a big football head too. So normally we use small, and most of the time I don't put a trailer on those. But, all right.
That pretty much will sum it up. You know, late nights, use your black and blues, or blues and blacks, whatever you want to call them.
Yeah, that's a real nice. Show them that one. It's got a black and blue crawfish trailer on it, and that really is a nice jig. I got those on closeout. I believe I paid $2 for the whole set. So
Steal.
yeah,
Pretty much stole.
all right, guys. Remember to
Like and subscribe, leave comments, take someone fishing with you, preferably take a little kid because it's a dying art.
It is.
So we need to keep this tradition going. Just keep fishing, throw some, have fun.
That's the main thing, isn't it?
That's mainly the whole thing. It's just have fun, catch some fish, good way to pass time, hobby, help even make money. So a little bit. So
All right, guys. Thanks for watching. Appreciate it, and we'll see you on the lake.